feel very short.
It's fine.
I feel very short.
It's okay.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hot Takes of Wrestling with Harley and Logan. I'm Harley. This is Logan.
What's going on? I was just saying, what's going on?
What's going on? And we're back together again. I can touch him.
Yeah, that sounded weird, but you know.
After 2 weeks since, what was it? WrestleMania. But now you know why we're back together again. Because
Got another BackLash.
BackLash happened. Just barely. Like the post show just ended like a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
We didn't watch it because we went to go grab food because we were hungry.
That's a little extra, but okay, we'll talk about it anyways. So yeah, we got the we're gonna talk about BackLash 2025.
Yeah.
Um,
So far, honestly, that was a good PLE.
I think the PLEs this year so far have been pretty good.
They have been really good.
There's been one that I don't think that's been like terrible. But you never know. There could always be a PLE that could always end up being really bad. But so far, there hasn't been a bad PLE. So I'm actually pretty happy that this year has been pretty good at wrestling. I think so.
2025 is already in a hot start right now.
I know.
So good start so far. But we're gonna break down every match, and we will break down the main event, which is John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Which, my God, was fucking intense.
It was better than WrestleMania's Night 2.
Way
Definitely.
better. And don't worry, we got reactions for you. So we will start posting that throughout the week or within the next coming days. So look out for those and cannot wait to see brand new faces join us into our journey. So in the meantime, Logan, you want to start us off with what happened in BackLash?
Well, I want to start off with this. First off, I was flawless for my predictions this PLE. I got all my predictions right, so I went 5-0, which was
sadly I did not get all my predictions right.
I was actually kind of surprised that I went 5-0 because that usually doesn't happen. I'm usually not a guy that usually gets flawless like scoring, but I went 5-0, so all my predictions were met. But the first match was the Fatal 4-Way with the United States Championship. Honestly, that was a pretty fun match.
That was a great match.
There were a couple things that I was thinking that were going to happen, but didn't happen.
Great match.
Jacob Fatu did end up retaining, of course, after
with a
new potential Bloodline member.
Yeah. To be honest, I think they might have mentioned the name, but then they just didn't mention it again.
So we don't know the name.
We don't know the name of this new person. I've seen the person around, like he was like a hot free agent a while, but honestly, I don't remember his name.
I've never seen him before, so I didn't know who it was.
Thanks to Solo interfering, which honestly, that entire match, was a great match.
Yeah, it was good. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest basically
duked it
out, kind of, and they basically eliminated themselves from the match almost because they went through a table through the crowd, and then LA Knight and Jacob Fatu were basically left. So it was kind of one-on-one at the end.
Yeah,
but it was still a good match. But again, I don't know who that guy is. And I
have no idea
what they're gonna do with him.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out on SmackDown. Now, I think what we're gonna start doing after every PLE, we're gonna rate the match out of 10.
Okay.
So Logan, since you started, what would you like to rate that match?
I don't know. It was a good match.
It was a good match.
Probably gonna give it a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
9? All right. I'm gonna give it an 8 personally. Okay. It was a good match, but I mean, some other stuff could have.
Yeah, there were a couple things that could have been better, but I get you. I understand you. All right, then we move on to Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria.
And this was the one prediction I was fucking wrong in.
Yeah, I actually was kind of shocked because a part of me was like, maybe Becky Lynch could win. But towards the end there, I actually was thinking Becky was going to win.
Right.
But then Lyra Valkyria just... and the way it ended, I was actually kind of really confused.
Yeah, the way that it ended was... we were both confused.
Yeah.
And I was... To be honest, I gotta be honest, I thought it was a botch finish.
Yeah, it was kind of a botch finish, but I was like, it was funny because I was looking at Lyra Valkyria's face because she got poked in the eye or something, or
yeah.
And I was kind of looking at her, while the pin was going, and all of a sudden the ref counts to 3, and I was like, wait, what? That was it? And then we were both kind of shocked, wait, what? That was it?
Yeah, I know.
So it was a very, very strange ending in our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, the match was good, I think.
Yeah, so I had Becky Lynch winning because in my eyes, I thought, okay, Lyra has held the title for a while now.
Yeah,
I think
just get back so I can lean.
I think we should at least get a new somewhat champion here. I'm just gonna move this fan in here so we don't suffocate in this room.
Yeah.
But I just thought that it would be time for a new champion.
Mm-hmm.
And my God, I was fucking wrong.
Yeah, it was. They did a lot of. I think Lyra. What was that noise?
Outside.
Oh, I think Lyra only hit one of her finishers the entire match, and Becky Lynch had 4 or 3.
Yeah, 4 finishers and still couldn't take her down.
Yeah,
overall, I thought it was a good match.
Yeah, I think it was a botch ending though.
Yeah, to be honest, there was a lot of botches throughout that match.
Yeah, there were a lot of botches. The part that made us laugh was,
and we'll make it short about it.
I'll make it short about it. Was Lara was grabbing her arms and pulling her and was swinging her under her legs, almost like a swing. And I was like, "What the frick is that?"
Oh,
we kind of laughed. And I can't lie, there were some pretty funny crowd signs that we were dying laughing at. We'll make a short out of that one, but there's one about Dirty Dom, and it was hilarious.
Oh, it was so funny.
We just thought it was so funny.
And I'll try to find a picture when we get the shorts out.
Yeah.
But
it was hilarious. And then it was, I think, the IC title, right?
Well, let's rate the match.
Oh, rate the match. I'm sorry. You go ahead first.
Let's see. Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm gonna give it
I'm gonna give it a 7 because the botch ending and just some
bunch of botches. There was that. I wouldn't say the match was. I wouldn't say it was bad, but I just want to say it was pretty messy.
Yeah,
it was.
I started to get bored a little bit during it.
Yeah,
but then towards the end, it started to pick up where I was like, okay. But I think kind of beginning and kind of in the middle, I was kind of bored. I was like,
yeah,
but
it is what it is.
I wasn't super interested in it, but then it picked back up, so I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah. So, and then the next match. So we did not. So on the last episode, we decided to do our BackLash predictions. And then, literally right when the episode came out, they announced one more match, and it was Dominic Mysterio versus Penta for the IC title. We did our pre-prediction, or we both had Dom winning. We both had Dom winning.
And we were correct.
Dom ended up winning, which honestly, that crowd, that St. Louis crowd was...
They're liking him being champ right now, I think.
Yeah, they are. It was literally being let's go Penta, Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
Or they were Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom. The international crowds.
Yeah.
They started doing that ever since then. I think the Americans are trying to either it's almost like a competition. Who's the best? Who has the best crowd?
America, pick up your game.
But yeah.
Overall, I thought it was a great match.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. But Dom won because Judgment Day stupid El
Grande Americano
decided to come out and headbutt Penta with that stupid metal plate in his mask.
Oh, dude.
I was like, I don't even know why that happened.
I don't know.
Me and him were both what the, what is he even, why is he out here? But of course, he's probably
Now we know it's not Chad Gable.
what? Now we know it's not Chad Gable.
You know, he is the current. Everybody's mad that El Grande Americano has won a singles championship before Chad Gable because he is currently the WWE Speed Champion right now.
What do you mean?
They do this thing on X or on Twitter that they have a show called WWE Speed, and it's literally just a fast-paced match, and then they have a championship belt, and El Grande Americano is the champion.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is it like an actual like match?
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's on a time limit. Like
gotcha.
they do a countdown timer.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, El Grande Americano interfered. Well, first the Judgment Day interfered, but then the ref caught him. They were like, "You, get the hell out of here!"
Yeah, because they were gonna
fucking beat down Penta
with a chair, I think.
Yeah,
and the ref caught it, and then dives over the ref onto the Carlito and JD McDonough.
Oh, that was
sick.
That was great.
But that was a good match. But yeah, Dom came out with the win. To rate this match, I'm gonna give it probably a 8.
8?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Okay.
8.5 for me. And then we get to
Pat McAfee.
I know. That match.
I mean, like I said in the last episode, I was bummed that they're even having this match because, and I kind of know why. It's like, and as I said, I wasn't looking forward to it, and I was kind of right. It was. It was a squash. It was just Pat McAfee just getting destroyed the entire time. He did a couple
but cool. there was some good spots. Yeah,
Pat McAfee did some cool moves, but Gunther came with the win, of course, and I chose Gunther would win, and so I was right about that.
I was wrong about that one.
But
fucking Pat McAfee. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Pat. I did not love that you play for the Colts.
Yeah, I just felt like that was a squash match.
It really was. I did like that Michael Cole was integrated into that match, though.
Yeah,
because he was also a big part of that story. There were some good moments. I just wish that it wasn't a squash.
Yeah,
because I've seen Pat McAfee matches, and I know that he can pull off a good match. And that was on me personally. That was disappointing to see out of Pat McAfee.
Yeah,
and so I'm gonna rate this pretty low, in my opinion.
A 5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 4 for me because there was some good stuff into it. It was very memorable, but still. I was very disappointed.
I'm not even sure why they did it to begin with.
I really don't know why.
I don't know why.
It just happened that the night after WrestleMania, Gunther was pissed off at the commentators for being biased.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it
for that one.
It was all right. So I give it a 4.
I give it a 5
out of 10.
Yeah. But now the main event.
Main event time.
I think this is. I don't know if this was the best match of the night. Maybe. But I think it's between the Fatal 4-Way and this match for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were the 2 best matches of this night.
If I had to rank the entire match card, it would go either this match or the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Penta versus Dom, Lyra versus Becky, and then Gunther versus Pat.
Yeah.
But this one was quite of a banger.
Yeah, it was pretty good to watch. Like I said, it was better than Cody versus Cena.
It was
for sure.
Yeah, it was way better than Cody.
It didn't start off slow like it did with that one.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't take slow and Cena didn't keep getting out of the ring. He did try to leave the match.
Yeah,
but then Randy Orton obviously came after him and got him back in the ring.
And that crowd, because it was in Randy Orton's hometown.
They were
nuts.
He had the biggest,
crowd ovation and I've probably seen.
Yeah.
And man, it was it was a solid match. Now, would I say this was the best John Cena versus Randy Orton match?
No.
God no.
Definitely not.
God no. But I would say it for possibly being the final time that they'll ever face off. I think that's pretty good how they ended it.
You know what? I feel like Randy, I don't think they're done.
You don't think they're done?
They might have another match maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. But I feel like Randy could keep coming for the title.
Right.
I don't think he's like done for the year.
Oh yeah, no.
But
and plus Randy still has probably 10 plus years in him.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the incredible shape that he was in?
Yeah.
Man, like, to be honest, when I saw Randy Orton and John Cena facing off in 2025, I was like, damn, Randy Orton's in better shape than John Cena is.
Yeah, and he's younger too.
Mm-hmm.
So
but overall, let's break down the whole match. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans happened, of course.
Shenanigans happened.
I was kind of expecting it, but didn't expect it at the same time.
No.
But as soon as the ref went down, I was like, "Oh, here we go! A bunch of shenanigans are coming."
But this was like this was like kind of like unpredicted shenanigans because we were like, "Oh fuck, what's gonna happen next?"
So glad Travis Scott didn't come out.
Oh God, I told him before the show started, I was like, I swear to God, if Travis Scott shows up, I'm going to lose my shit.
But he didn't. So, but R-Truth came out.
Yeah, but we're jumping too much ahead.
Wow. Yeah. That was weird. But
that was weird. But I swear that. So what happened was the ref was down for like the second time, the same ref, and then John Cena was gonna AA Randy Orton through the announce table, but Randy Orton did the AA on the announce table, but the announce table didn't break.
Yeah, it didn't break. Wait, but then it broke afterwards.
Afterwards. So I think that was not planned. I think the original plan was it was supposed to break, but it did not break. But kudos to Randy Orton. He was like, oh, hell no. Goes under the ring, grabs a fucking table, and puts John Cena, or did the exact same spot that they did in the announce table, but with the table on the side of the ring.
Yeah. I think you can see her. I'm just kind of just gotta take out my hat for a second, but yeah, that was cool. I gotta say, I think the coolest thing that happened in the match is John Cena went to go for the AA on Randy Orton, and he counters with an RKO mid AA and RKO Cena.
They both kind of got affected on that.
Yeah, that was actually probably the coolest thing.
That was pretty badass. And now we can get.
But then, they're outside, and then the ref gets hit like on the stairs, and he's out for like he's out. And then another ref comes out.
And the second ref comes out. He gets knocked out by John Cena with the belt.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, Nick Aldis, all the officials are coming out. Nick Aldis I thought they were gonna stop the match.
I thought too, so I was like, please don't stop this match. But then Randy Orton RKO's Nick Aldis again, and everyone.
There goes another $50,000 fine for Randy Orton.
Yep, that happens. And then he's about to he's about to punk kick John Cena.
Yeah.
And then R-Truth comes out. Which I was very confused. Like, wait, which I know why, but I just wasn't expecting him to come out. And then he gets RKO'd.
He gets RKO'd.
I was like, I'm kind of glad he got RKO'd.
And then John Cena low blows Randy Orton and hits him with the title. Next thing you know, the ref that got knocked out from the steel steps crawls in. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
Over.
It's over.
So John Cena is still undisputed WWE Championship. I can't lie. Actually, I think I was going more for Randy in this match than Cena.
To be honest, same.
And I wanted both. I actually wanted both of them to win, which I know is impossible, but I was like, I don't really care who wins this match, so I'm happy that John is still champ. But
yeah,
I kind of wanted to see Randy win.
Me too.
But so we were actually kind of against Cena almost in this match.
Almost. Yeah. But it's.
I mean, I think when he won, I think we both went, oh. I think we did that. I can't remember if we did, but we weren't cheering. I know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We were like, oh.
I mean, with everything that happened at Mania, we're glad that John Cena held 17. Now with him embracing as a bad guy, it's.
Oh no!
Hey, don't forget your thing.
Oh yeah. Forget it. Should probably start putting on my shirt. Yeah, I know. It's.
Oh man, it's not gonna lie. Overall, I thought it was a great PLE.
Yeah, it was a good PLE. What do we want to rate this match, though? It's hard, though.
That is hard. As of right now, the highest match that we got is the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Well, you got it at a 9. I gave it an 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my highest is the IC title, Domin.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm giving it a 9. Because it was very memorable.
Yeah, it was memorable. Would you watch the match again?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I feel like wrestling's different because I feel like I don't need to watch matches again to. Well, there's definitely.
Okay, how about a counter question? Would you watch the promos and the build-up to the match?
Yes.
Yes.
Those again?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for wrestling, I don't feel like there's a lot of matches that I would watch again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't watch Cody versus Cena again.
Oh no,
not all the way through.
Not all the way through.
But I would watch Rock and Cena again. I think just because.
To be honest, I would rewatch the triple threat that we had.
Yeah, I would watch that over the
CM Punk and Roman versus Rollins.
I would watch that one again for sure. I kind of want to watch it again, actually. I can't lie. But yeah,
which we are going to talk about a little bit about some other stuff that happened throughout the week as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of stuff happened this week.
Which I kind of want to talk about, but I think we'll talk about next episode.
No, we can talk about it now.
We can. I thought Seth Rollins was going to beat Jey Uso.
Hold on, we're not done with that. We're not done with BackLash yet.
Okay, skip it. You can cut that out then.
Nah, I'm not going to cut that out.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the little clip that happened that we saw.
Oh yeah.
So, we didn't watch the post show because we went to go grab food. And then right when we came back here, we just post show ended, we were chilling. He gets a clip that John Cena was talking at the press conference, and motherfucking R-Truth decides to be like, "Good job! I'm so proud." John gets up, tells R-Truth by his real name.
He's like, Ron. He's like, I can't remember what he says. He's like, you're crossing some thin lines here. It's like,
you say something again.
Yeah,
some
stuff's gonna happen. And then he says something, and he picks him up, and A's him through the press conference table and leaves. So I think a part of us, I think we missed it because we tried to watch it, but then it was like a bunch of promos.
It was a highlight.
And then we saw Triple H. So I'm thinking Triple H was before John Cena, unless they set up another table.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to. We tried to watch it, but we couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But anyways, so
now what would you rate this overall PLE.
I actually didn't even rate the last match. I forgot.
Oh yeah, you didn't even rate the biggest main event.
It's
I
hard.
give it a 9.
It's hard.
There were some good spots.
I'm gonna give the same as the Fatal 4-Way a 9.
A 9.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna say it was as good, but the whole pay-per-view as a whole, I don't think the hype was as big as WrestleMania.
Oh no, because this was literally 3 weeks of building.
Yeah, it was only 3 weeks, and WrestleMania was like almost a month.
Yeah, like
So
like literally like just like that, we were like, oh, BackLash in 2 weeks.
yeah.
So I mean, if the PLE was later, then the build-up would be like
Will be better.
better.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I thought it was kind of solid. The matches were solid. Some of the stories that built up to it was kind of solid.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give BackLash overall an 8 out of 10.
I think I gave it an 8 in the pre thoughts or post thoughts.
Yeah, we did.
So, or I think 8.5. So 8.5.
Yeah. So that is BackLash.
But still a great show.
Great show. It was we had a blast.
Yeah.
There was no boring match. There was just all good matches. So I did not go out, unlike WrestleMania 41 Night 2, disappointed.
Yeah.
So but we do want to talk about some other stuff that happened. So this past Monday on Raw, Jey Uso and Seth Rollins duked it out for his World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, like I said, and I thought Seth Rollins was gonna win.
Oh yeah.
And I was actually very scared he was gonna win because I don't want Jey Uso to lose this early.
No, not this early.
Especially if he loses to Logan Paul. My heck, we'll talk about that.
We will talk about that in a little bit. Which that also got recently announced.
Yeah. At what again? Saturday night's main event.
Yep, Saturday night's main event.
So,
Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, they duke it out, and then for a split second, we thought, oh, Seth Rollins is going to win. Next thing you know,
CM Punk comes out.
CM Punk comes out.
And saves the day.
Saves the day. So there was no clear winner, but clearly Jey Uso got his title.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking right when the cameras are off, Raw is off the air, some random person knocks out Jey Uso. Now, who's the motherfucker that knocks out Jey Uso? Probably the one person that we both fucking hate.
Logan Paul.
Logan fucking Paul.
So, they're duking it out Saturday night main event for the world.
It has been announced that Saturday night's main event in Tampa, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. It's happening.
He better not lose it.
I hope he doesn't.
I swear.
I swear, if they put the belt on Logan Paul, I am going to lose my shit.
No.
So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I think that's everything, really.
Unless you want to talk about Joe Hendry, like we always do.
Joe Hendry?
I've been keeping track on what's been happening on NXT, but for the first time ever, which I should have mentioned this last week, for the first time ever, the TNA World Championship will be defended in a WWE PLE, and it'll be Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams at NXT's Battleground, which me personally, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. What can you watch it on?
On Peacock.
Oh, it is on Peacock?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so their build up with the match is really good. It's been really compelling. So very excited for that. I don't know. Is there any other stuff that we need to talk about?
I don't think so. think that's it, really.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So
Yeah,
guys, let you know what you guys thought of the Backlash.
Yeah, let us know what you guys thought of BackLash 2025. And I believe the next PLE,
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
June 10th?
June 7th.
June 7th.
June 7th. And so apparently they're doing 2 PLEs in June, which is
It's the Mexican, like...
No, they're doing 3. Because they're doing Worlds Collide on the same day as Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah, and then they're Night of Champions.
And then Night of Champions. So Night of Champions, we will not be together because of time zone differences, and
it's like at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, and we'll cover it, but we won't have reactions. I think we might do reactions for Saturday night's main event, but we will also not be together.
Yeah, that's too often for me, at least.
Yeah.
So,
but Money in the Bank, we will be together and watch it and then cover it all, because I'm excited for Money in the Bank, because I'm curious if someone's going to go after John Cena with the briefcase.
We'll talk more about that, because I think you said last time that there's an idea that he might insert himself.
He might insert himself.
I don't like that idea.
I don't like the idea either, but I thought that would be a genius heel move.
It would be, yeah, but I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't think so either.
But we shall see.
We will see. But let us know what you guys thought of BackLash 2025. We had a blast.
Yeah, I liked it.
And clearly Logan won the predictions this PLE. So if we had a belt, he would have the belt right now.
Yep. But you don't have a belt yet.
We don't have a belt yet. Keep an eye out. But reactions will be coming out soon, or well, probably right when this drops. So other than that,
I think that's it. Really.
That is it.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next week for everything that happens this week.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch us.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next week.
Next week. I'm Harley.
I'm Logan.
And this has been the Hot Takes of Wrestling podcast with these 2 handsome gentlemen. See you guys.